Every protest in Malamulele, Limpopo. Police say they will clamp down on the unrest. This to allow services and schooling there to resume. Police Minister, that's Nathi Nhleko, described the protests as abnormal. The ongoing shutdown of the town has become tense after the announcement by the Municipal Demarcation Board that the area does not qualify to have a separate municipality. Well, Malamulele has been under heavy police watch following a month of violent protests, with roads being blockaded and tires set alight. All schools, business operations and provision of some government services have been brought to a halt. On Monday night, protesting residents torched the administration blocks of 3 schools. The Ministers of Police and Security visited the area today. Well, our reporter Mike Moringa is tracking that developing story and he joins us on the line now. Good afternoon, Mike, and thank you for your time on the PM News Desk.
Good afternoon to you and our viewers at home.
Mike, a high-powered delegation. Has this changed the attitudes of residents so far?
Look, the protesters are nowhere to be seen. Police have taken over the streets of Malamulele from Friday last week. It's still tense, but protesters have decided to go and stay at home. They are not seen around the street. So Malamulele is generally calm now. The only thing that is happening is a marathon of meetings between the authorities and the task team members and structures around Malamulele. So the minister arrived this morning. The two ministers, in fact, the Minister of Police and the Minister of State Security, arrived this morning to have a meeting with the people of Malamulele. The meeting that took about 2 hours. Immediately after the meeting, the ministers agreed to a challenge to drive around the township of Malamulele and the surrounding areas to check the issues of service delivery that the communities have been complaining about.
Mike, it's quiet now, like you say, but there is an escalation of violence expected by nightfall. How visible are police in Malamulele right now?
Look, a huge contingent of police have been deployed into this area. Each and every school has been manned with a police van. The town itself is cordoned with razor wire. So all the streets that are leading to Malamulele are being monitored by police as well, at the wake of violence that saw the burning of 3 schools in the area. So it's usually quiet in the afternoon. We are not anticipating anything to happen this evening because the meeting between the police minister, the state security minister and the task team went well, and they have ensured police that they're working together with the protesters to make sure that they don't resort to violence. They've agreed that they will establish a team that will look into all the issues that the people are raising on the ground.
Mike, there's always been a tribal overtone to all of this between the Venda and Tsonga communities. What's the sense you get on the ground, Mike? What are people saying? We know residents here accuse the Thulamela municipality, which they are now a part of delivering basic services to the Venda-speaking areas rather than their own, which is dominated by Tsonga speakers. But if you look closely at the study that was conducted by the Demarcation Board, it shows us that, in fact, the Thulamela municipality is indeed spending more money on the Malamulele side. Look,
that is it's one of the points that, or a fact that is being disputed by the task team here to say that that fact needs to be verified, because according to what they know, that's not the case. That is why today they took a resolution to take the 2 ministers that we are having here. Yeah, they are taking them. They were showing them the spilling sewage around the township that has been flowing for days now. They even showed them the extent of the roads, how bad they are, and for the fact that they have not been taken care of in a very long time. The issue of tribalism also popped out during our media briefing, but this was obviously denied by both the task team and the ministers. The ministers said they have heard it. It's a matter that needs to be, just like service delivery, that needs to be tested as well. So at this stage, I cannot say for a fact that there is tribalism between Batonga and Venda in Thoyando and Malamulele.
All right, that was the SABC's. That was the SABC's Mike Moringa on the line from Limpopo there. Malamulele, calm but tense.